Christmas in Weatherfield is rarely peaceful, but this year's festive storyline throws the entire community into emotional chaos. The shockwaves begin when Carla suddenly vanishes without explanation, leaving Lisa Swain and her young daughter Betsy desperate for answers. What seems at first like a misunderstanding rapidly spirals into one of Coronation Street's darkest psychological twists, eventually resulting in Becky standing trial and being sentenced to 14 years in prison. On Christmas Eve, Carla mysteriously leaves the street after tensions erupt surrounding her partner Lisa's history with ex-wife Becky. The couple had been struggling to rebuild trust, especially with Becky reappearing and inserting herself back into Lisa's life. Carla, heartbroken and confused, is believed to have booked into a remote hotel for a few days away. But when Christmas Day arrives, Lisa receives disturbing news. Carla never checked in. No calls, no messages, no trace. The emotional strain hits Lisa hard. She tries to mask her panic, but guilt overwhelms her. Was she too dismissive of Carla's concerns about Becky? Had she ignored red flags because of old feelings she never resolved? Meanwhile, Betsy, already vulnerable from past trauma, fears the worst. Carla had been a stabilizing influence, someone she admired and saw as a potential parental figure. The sudden absence reopens wounds from earlier abandonment, and her anxiety begins to spiral. As the family struggles, viewers begin noticing subtle shifts in Becky's behavior. On the surface, she appears sympathetic, politely checking in on Lisa and Betsy and helping with practical arrangements. But behind closed doors, Becky seems disturbingly calm. Carla's final text message seems uncharacteristically short. A receipt linked to the taxi Becky claimed to have taken doesn't exist. CCTV footage from the night Carla left shows a figure resembling Becky following her. Lisa initially dismisses suspicions as paranoia, but the inconsistencies begin adding up. Police investigation intensifies. By Boxing Day, Weatherfield CID launches a full missing person investigation. Interviews begin, and Becky's version of events unravels under pressure. Detectives discover she registered a new phone days before Carla vanished. Phone records place her near the hotel Carla was supposed to reach. Lisa is devastated by the revelations. This was a woman she once loved deeply, someone she had trusted enough to share a home and a child with. The betrayal feels like a personal attack designed to destroy her happiness. Torn between loyalty and truth, Lisa reluctantly changes her statement, admitting doubts she had ignored. Betsy breaks down during questioning and reveals Becky had been encouraging her to mistrust Carla for weeks. She had orchestrated Carla's disappearance not out of jealousy alone, but to dismantle Lisa's life and reclaim control. Investigators uncover evidence Becky manipulated situations for months to drive wedges between Carla, Lisa, and Betsy, including anonymous messages, staged accidents, and carefully planted rumors. Carla is eventually found alive but traumatized. Having fled after Becky threatened her, Carla had been hiding, terrified to return to Weatherfield. Her testimony becomes the final piece that exposes Becky's campaign of coercion, stalking, and manipulation. In a tense courtroom sequence, shocking truth after shocking truth is laid bare. Witnesses recount Becky's escalating behavior. Betsy bravely testifies, admitting she feared Becky would hurt her. Carla gives emotional testimony, describing how Becky's threats pushed her into isolation. Following the trial, Lisa struggles to rebuild her life and repair her relationship with Carla. Guilt lingers. She feels responsible for allowing Becky access to their family and for dismissing the warning signs. Betsy begins therapy to process the trauma of losing yet another attachment figure. Carla remains shaky but determined to break free from Becky's psychological grip. Christmas decorations still hang across the cobbles, but the festive cheer is replaced by emotional exhaustion and relief that justice has been served, even if the scars will last forever. This storyline resonates deeply because it reflects real psychological manipulation and coercive relationships. Becky is not portrayed as an evil villain, but as someone consumed by obsessive love and a need for control. Carla's disappearance illustrates how emotional abuse can escalate, and how victims often fear speaking up until it's nearly too late. Weatherfield residents are left questioning who they trust, and viewers are reminded that danger doesn't always come from strangers. It can come from someone you once loved. As the credits roll on this chilling Christmas arc, the legacy of Becky's actions will continue to haunt the street for years to come.